We turn to blues now. For instance, a blues that might have been kind of popular in the days of the steamboat, or just a smaller boat that some fella had, and he kind of got the blues for the river. He got fed up with everything around him, and he wanted to go somewhere. The tune called Deep River Blues, or Big River Blues sometimes. Let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more, Lord. I got them deep river blues. Let the rain drive right on, let the waves sweep along, Lord. I got them deep river blues. My old gal's a good old pal. She walks just like a waterfowl. If I get them deep river blues, there ain't no one to cry for me, and the fish all go out on a spree when I get them deep river blues.
That was Carolina Cat Daddy. Boy, we are coming along this boat project. Went and picked this Suburban up. Finally got something to haul this sucker. Been working on this all day. Well, not all day, a few hours. I got all the floor down. I haven't secured it yet because I got a lot of other work I want to do first before I secure this. But I did pretty good on the cuts. Didn't make one bad cut. And I don't know if you can see from this angle, but this boat kind of V's up, so I have to put angles on the boards. I'm kind of pretty impressed with that actually. But I'm gonna show you what I got going on right now. I know I have a hole up here up front. I got some pictures too of some other work I did today. I'll show you in a minute. And why I have that hole, I'll show you why I have that hole. But here, let's see if you can see, bam, I know you see that. Discovered that while I was sucking all this stuff out. So I look really, really good. I haven't seen any more holes. I'm not too worried about this. What I'm gonna do is I've already cleaned it up. I used a solution here of this is nothing but Mr. Green degreaser and actually some Dawn, the highest grade Dawn they got. I mix it up and it works pretty good. Cleaned it with that, with just a regular old well, I don't see it now, little green scrub pad. I don't know what happened to it. Couldn't have went far. But anyway, I scrubbed it with a little Dollar Tree scrub pad and sprayed some water on it. Cleaned it up. What I'm gonna do is, let's see here. I must took everything else back in. All right, so got the Flex Seal patch, and I got some truck bed liner paint. As you can look and see, we already did the whole bottom of this boat in this truck bed liner paint. And I'm gonna show you what's going on down here. I'm gonna show you a picture right now. So what I did was, these right here these were all the way down. Well, not all the way down. This was actually lower than that one. It had my boat cocked sideways. You can actually tell if you look here. See how that one's against the runner? And you go over here, and that one ain't against the runner. So it was making my boat sit cockeyed on the trailer, which if you look now, it's still a little cockeyed. But once I re-trailer this boat, it'll be perfect. But what happened was, this one was almost all the way up, but this one over here was way down. And what that was causing was, it was causing my boat to sit lower sit lower. So actually, that part right there, this part of my trailer actually hit my boat right here, because I don't know, it just ain't, it wasn't right. I don't know how to explain it. I could load the boat with the trailer deep in the water and it wouldn't do it, but you're supposed to load a trailer, you know, not that deep in the water. So I had a hole right here. I sprayed some Flex Seal on it a few years ago. I don't know if that really worked or not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean this up real good, and I'm gonna roll some bed liner paint on here real good, hit this spot real good. And what I'm gonna do up here is, so I got that spot clean, I'm gonna put this patch on, and I'm gonna let that sit overnight, I believe. Yeah, I believe I'm gonna let that sit overnight. And then I'm gonna take the bed liner paint, and I'm gonna paint over that patch. And we'll see how that works. I'm gonna take this to the water and just load it into the water and see. That's why I left all these boards free. That way I can pull them up and look and see if I see any leaks anywhere else, because I want to get this thing right. So y'all stay tuned. All right, so I got it on there. I'm just pressing it down tight with this right. It's a little it's what I carry cabinet doors with. It's nothing but a little plastic I think you spread mud with it or whatever. But I'm just getting that pressed down real tight now. It's real important to have that surface clean, so this will adhere. Feels pretty good, man. We're gonna let that sit for a day. Then we'll come out with that bed liner paint, and I'm gonna paint all around that thing, and we'll see what happens. All right, y'all, I went ahead and went underneath and went ahead and patched it on the other side too. So we're gonna let this sit overnight, and then tomorrow we're gonna roll it. Also patched, I did a bunch of patching up there, but we're gonna let all these sit overnight, and then tomorrow we're gonna roll it. All right, y'all, we're about to get back at it. This bed liner paint, it's got to stir it up real good to get that, the thickness of it be stuck at the bottom. So you got to get it going real good. We're gonna roll this on, then we're gonna take these planks out and start sealing them with our high gloss marine varnish here. I also got some sand. I wanted a small bag, but I just couldn't find one, so we won't be using much of this, but I'm gonna go through and try and get some clean sand out of it and mix that up with our varnish. We might have to buy more varnish. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. It's not too expensive, it's about $15 a quart. I feel like 2 quarts should no doubt get it all done. But we're gonna use all this paint here. Whatever I don't use on the holes, I got the back section where my motor is. I'm gonna paint it up. I'm using a high density roller. This is just a extra one I had that I bought that I don't like using on the cabinets. So hoping I can use it today and it'll work good. All right, yo, I bought a cheap pan just for this job. I can throw it away when I'm done. This stuff does have a pretty strong odor, so I do have my 3M mask on. And I deal with paint all the time, so I don't like breathing it in. So, all right, we're gonna take one more of these boards up. I don't want this black stuff on my fresh boards here. I should have some masking paper down here, but I'm not getting back out the boot for that. So, just move that out the way. Put this here. If this gets right here, no big deal. I don't care about that. There's a patch. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna roll this stuff on here. It's pretty thick. And we're gonna spread it around a little bit here.
And a little bit of leaves down there. Be okay. Stuff's pretty thick. It's actually way thicker than the kind I used the first time previous. I'm gonna spread it out a little bit. Make sure it's good and thick where I actually have the patch. This stuff is very strong. I wouldn't, I can smell it through my mask. Well, I need to get some new filters. I would definitely not recommend breathing this stuff in. But we're not getting fancy with this. That looks pretty good to me. Good enough for good ale. Alright, I don't want this stuff on my floor. So, or on my boat where I'm not intending to put it. So, bring this out. Now we're gonna go underneath the boat.
Alright, y'all, I went ahead and got all that. Got up under there. I went real thick on the back here. This boat used to be in salt water, and it has little pits in here that kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just little spots in the back here. So I put it on real thick back here. Went all up under there. And then got all this. Still got some left too. I'm about tired of messing with it. I got spots on the trailer. I'm gonna go get some paint thinner and a rag and get that stuff off. Looks pretty dang good. The first time I did this, I was very apprehensive. I was worried it would catch too much friction on the water, but it really didn't. It did well. If I lost anything, maybe 1 or 2 miles per hour. I don't think I'll even lost that though. But y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna start taking these boards off. All right, y'all. Pour a little bit of this in there. I'm gonna go about half. See how far we can make that go. It's probably not a bad idea to use a mask with this too, but I don't have it on right now. And we got some sand. Put some sand in there. We'll go with that right there and see what that looks like. I have no idea what that is. I don't know. I don't know where that came from. All right, let's mix this up. Put a little more in there. Put a little more in there. And I bought a really cheap brush. You know, I use pretty expensive brushes for the jobs I do. But for this right here, very cheap brush. Because we don't need nothing fancy. It looks pretty good. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna number each one of these boards. On the back side, So when I go put them back, I know exactly where to go, and it ain't like putting a puzzle together. I can already tell you that when I do cabinets, I do the same thing because I've been there, done that. You're in there with a measuring tape and you're just, nah, not me. So, let's move this. Move this. That's number one. That's gonna be a lot of fun. The sawhorse set up, and I'm not sure how many I can fit on here at one time. So I grabbed 7. I think I can fit a lot more though, so I might go grab some more. Now we're gonna clean these off too. Which probably don't really matter that much. I mean, you want some texture on there anyway. But, yeah, I can grab a couple more. We're just dusting these off with an old brush. Man, don't really, this ain't nothing too super fancy here. I mean, it's the floor of a boat, you know. This ain't nobody's house. So, get that off there. Now, what you're gonna do, you wanna keep the stick with you because, see the sand? It's gonna settle to the bottom. So, you're gonna have to stir this up every so often. All right, let's see. I'm very interested to see how this works. I am going to hit a little bit on the side. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. And I might just go one coat. I don't know yet. I'm not dipping and putting that on the side. I'm dipping, spreading, and then hitting the side with the excess that's on the brush. I don't really want a lot on the side, but I do want a little bit on there. All right.